What's up, everybody? Welcome back. It's your boy Art Department doing another video. This time we're going to be chatting about Mortal Kombat 11 potential DLC, as well as a little bit of info that we've found data mined from the PC update. But let's get into it, see what everybody's found, and see how true we think these are. Let's go. Okay, so to get started, first we have to jump onto Ed Boon's Twitter account because, as everybody knows, he's one of the creators of Mortal Kombat, one of the current developers of Mortal Kombat, and he has been giving some very, very cool clues, as most of us have seen over the past few weeks. Let's look through all the cute clues, and then from there we can dive a little bit into what the community thought they meant and where we think the DLC is going from there. So the first clue is actually a Queen song, Bohemian Rhapsody, and underneath it, Ed Boon added another reply called "Open your eyes, look up to the skies and see," which is a lyric from the song, as most people know, and this was kind of received very differently by the community. First off, open your eyes, look up to the skies and see. Off the bat, you think of Look to La Luna and rain falling from the sky. So those are two potential options that could be for this first clue. Personally, when this came out, it made sense. Open your eyes, look to the sky, and see that it was rain falling from the sky, if that makes sense. Alright, so we get to the second clue, and he tells us, second clue is this movie trailer. But I can tell you it's not Freddy Krueger. And then underneath this, he adds another reply, just like the first hint, saying hint 2.5. It's related to the title. So if we have to look at the title, A Nightmare on Elm Street, 1984 official trailer, West Cavern. The first thing that comes into mind for me is Nightmare, okay, 1984 and Wes Cavern, because those are all pretty good clues to specific characters. Nightmare could be quite a few characters. To me, first that comes to mind is Scarecrow from Injustice. Since NRS made Scarecrow, he could actually be a really cool addition into MK11. I don't think it's Scarecrow, but the Nightmare part of that title does kind of throw Scarecrow in the works. This is where it gets a little bit off track, because the Elm Street part, I don't find it too much of a clue, but quite a lot of people did, because elm is actually the kind of tree that lives in the living forest. Alright, and in the living forest, there's a secret Easter egg with smoke, or smoke is revealed in the living forest in one of the old games or something like that. I'm not too sure. I wasn't a big Mortal Kombat fan in the first 4 games. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about that. I don't think that's too much of a clue, saying Elm Street is like the elm trees in the living forest. Then we go to 1984. This is where this gets very, very, very interesting. And I'm sorry if you guys can hear my dog barking. Unfortunately, there's nothing I can do about that. 1984 is actually a very, very big clue, because a bunch of people in the community done some digging up about this, and it actually comes to show that in 1984, Prince's album Purple Rain was released. Alright, and as we all know, Rain is a character that is made to not to be a memory of Prince, but like made in honor of Prince, if that makes sense. Purple Rain, he's rain and he's purple. I mean, it's not a meme character, but I think Ed and Tobias just wanted to pay homage to somebody that they really liked. A bunch of people were thinking that the hint was Michael Myers because of the clue being the movie trailer. A lot of people said that one of the actors, or I think one of the directors of the Nightmare on Elm Street, also directed or acted in Halloween. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Ed Boon also tweeted a little gif because the community was going with him. I'm dancing cause it ain't me. So I think that deconfirm him. It just says that it's not the person he's talking about in the clues. We could still get him, but we don't know. Next is a little bit different because I didn't see this as a clue, but a lot of the community did. Ed Boon tweeted a gif of Michael Jackson dancing, busting down on his knees and popping back up to his feet, which is hella painful, I can imagine. And he said, watch this for long enough and your knees will hurt. But he never put the hashtag actual clue like we saw in the other tweets. Unless this is a hidden clue and not an actual clue, I don't think this has anything to do with Havoc at all. I mean, it could, but because it doesn't say actual clue as all the other clues have said, I'm not too sure about that. Okay, so now we get to the next clue, and as you can see, this is a real clue because as we just said, it says hashtag actual clue 3, where the one that everybody was thinking it's a Havoc clue didn't have actual clue. So unless it's a hidden clue, I don't think there's anything to look into. But we move on to this one, and it's a little bit more different. Ed doesn't give any explanation. All it says is seriously, hashtag number 6. Him and the team were probably sitting there like the community is never gonna get this one. We've beat them. We've defeated them. But people hopped on the train very fast. Apparently, back in the day, Phil Collins, I think it was, Phil Collins came up with an album called But Seriously. And when you look at the track list, number 6 is called I Wish It Would Rain. Can you see where I'm going with this? Look up to the sky and see. Yes, it could be look to the luna, but rain also falls from the sky. Yes, Phil Collins, literally, the song is called I Wish It Would Rain. So I think we got a very big chance of seeing your boy Rain in here. Clue 1 and Clue 3 can both be said to be about him. Next we get to actual clue number 4, which this one stumps me a little bit and I'm not too sure what it means, but the community came to say that Cobra and 6 Degrees is confirmed to be Rain. I'm not too sure how. People say that Cobra does kickboxing and kickboxing is modeled off of Muay Thai. And in Muay Thai, the 6th degree is a purple belt, so that means rain. But to me, that seems like an absolute reach. I don't know. I don't know how, if anything, this would have to do with kickboxing itself. If you guys want to go with that kind of route, I believe that Cobra's a kickboxer. 6 degrees could have to do with kickboxing, and the 6th degree of kickboxing belts is actually green, not not purple. So that could very well mean reptile. Who knows? That could mean reptile. We could be getting a ninja pack with smoke, smoke, reptile, and who was it? And rain. Smoke, reptile, and rain. We could be getting a ninja pack with those 3 ninjas. Yes, it doesn't seem believable because Shang Tsung already has their 3 most popular abilities with Shake, Slide, and the Roundhouse Kick. I just don't see how another character is going to be added with those characters' moves, but we'll have to see. Again, next tweet people took from Ed Boon's to be 100% truth and a clue to the next DLC. But if you look at the tweets, it doesn't say hashtag actual clue. So unless this is him saying like next DLC is boom, somebody's getting killed before they can reveal the next DLC, or the next DLC is something to do with this picture. Now again, like I said, this means absolutely nothing to me. I've played Mortal Kombat since Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, actually pretty much since Mortal Kombat 4, and this picture means nothing to me. But the Mortal Kombat community, once again turning into Sherlock Holmes, depicted that this actually further confirms Rain. Because in the MKX story mode, there is a part of the story where Aaron Black puts the gun to Rain's face. He's lying with, he's sitting with his foot on Rain's neck, and he's got the gun pointed to Rain's head. Now, sure, it's not the back of the head like this tweet, but that could be a link. That could very much definitely be a link. It doesn't say actual clue, but that is still a very, very good find that the community managed to dig out. For the next part of the video, we're going to be going over the leaked data mined info from yesterday's update. They released the Halloween skin pack, and obviously, as you guys know, it comes out on PC with new files, and the data miners in the community data mine those files for any info, hints, code files. So let's take a look at what was data mined, and let's see if we can get any clues that actually tie up with the leaks. Okay, so for all of these leaks, we're going to be going over them on the Thinny's Twitter page. Please, if you want to keep up to date with Mortal Kombat leaks, future DLC, and what could be coming to the game, go drop him a follow, because this man is doing the most for our community. So, for example, for the first files data mined, we can see that one of the test yours has been removed. We know that the test yours are going to be in the game because in a previous data mine, we found test your might, test your luck, and test your... what was it? Sight. Test your might, test your luck, test your sight, yes. But now, as we see in the Thinny's tweet, it says one of the test your modes has been removed. Unsure when it's gone and got replaced with another test your mode. Or did they just change its location? It was test your sight that was in the files, and now it's test your strike instead. The other two are still might and luck. So this is interesting. I would love to have the test your game modes back. Test your strength, test your luck are probably two of my favorite game modes, and add a little bit more, like just a little bit more to do with the game, if that makes sense. Test your sight, I've never heard of it to my knowledge. I can't remember playing anything like that. Or test your strike. I also don't remember anything like that. So I'm interested to see what those two are and to see what we get out of them. Alright, so next we're going to dive into the file, like the scavenging through the files. I don't really know what it's called. The diving through the files to find names, files, specific files, character files, because as some people know, not everybody knows this, but different files for different things, different type files for different things. So a character will be a different type file to a fatality, or a character will be a different type file to a voice line, something like that, right? So the Thinny dives through all of the files in the Mortal Kombat folder, and he looks for these things. He uses a program that goes through all of them and looks for specific lines for him. What he has come up with is, as you can see in this red text, all right, it says characters char ran, all right, gear ran _T, you know. So this is interesting. Ran, who's a ran character that we can think of? Nobody automatically comes to mind. Ran, no, nobody automatically comes to mind. But if you keep looking through the files, as seen in this one, you can see it says continued DLC rain _RW characters. Underneath it, it says content DLC rain _TW characters character, dash character dash ran. So this tells us that rain is ran. I don't know why they would have put it as Ran and not Rye, but Rye actually might be Raiden, so that could be good. That could actually be why it's RAN and nobody realized why it's RAN. But as we can see in the files, Rain is there. It could just be NRS messing with us to get us excited for Rain. I wasn't too big in the Injustice community, but apparently in Injustice 2 the same thing was done, where data mined names were found, but then different DLCs came out. So it's just like NRS messing around with the data miners, if you could call it that. I'm not too sure if that's what this is. We'll just have to wait and see. If it is Rain, I'm really excited to see what they're going to do with him from MK9 to now. Alright, next we take a look at another set of code in the files. And this time it gives us characters dash char dash ram. Ram? Who can you think of Ram? I can't really think of anybody, right? But when you do a little bit of a deep dive, as I said, the Mortal Kombat community turns into Sherlock Holmes with this kind of thing. Ram underscore GEAE. That means absolutely nothing. The community went and found that actually on Sylvester Stallone's official Instagram page, he made a post that was quickly deleted, stating that he has something up and coming signed with the creators of Mortal Kombat. Now that doesn't mean that he is going to be in this game. As I said in the Injustice 2 days, NRS did mess around with the files to throw off data miners. So they could have put this in the files to make people think that Rambo's in, but then Rambo maybe signed an agreement for MK12. I'm not too sure it is, but a bunch of people in the community were saying Spawn was actually signed back in Injustice 2. So people got hella excited for Spawn in Injustice 2, or just Spawn in an NRS game, and Spawn didn't come. He only came now in MK11. So it could be something like that, where they've put Rambo in the files. They've made him post that he's doing something with Mortal Kombat, and then obviously asked him to delete the post hours later. But I think that we're just going to have to wait and see what happens and who is in the combat pack. But I love reading over these and I love getting hype for this. Even though when it's not somebody that you want, you get disappointed, it's still like you get to follow this whole journey. And it's like either yes, we were right, or yes, or like, oh no, we were wrong kind of thing, you know? I don't believe all the leaks that I read, but I make sure to keep them in the back of my mind, you know? I've kept up with pretty much every leak since the game came out, and I can say that I did believe some that didn't come true, and I became very sad, but that's just life. Now, for all the people confused, I'm sorry for my dog barking again. As I said, nothing I can do to stop him from doing that. There's random people walking past my house. But as I said earlier, Ed Boon's tweets and these data mines don't really link up, because as we can see here in another line of code, it says UN .mil. Now the first person that comes to mind for everybody as soon as you hear MIL is obviously Melina. It says here content dash DLC dash game of the year 2 dash characters dash char underscore MIL. So, did they just get like hella tired of people asking for her and they're just like, fuck it, let's just put her in the game so people can shut up? Or is this the fake part of the data leak, of the data mine? As we said in previous games, there have been data mine files that didn't end up in the game and could be seen as NRS just trolling, or maybe the deals fell through. But this is an actual Mortal Kombat character. There's no deal to make. If they want to put Melina in the game, they can put her in the game tomorrow. They just don't seem to want to for this game. Ed Boon's tweets have said things like Melina's not coming, Melina needs to take a break, like trolling Melina fans who are asking for her. But now in the data find, we see character underscore Melina. It's like a little bit of a contradiction, which I'm not too sure whether to believe or not. I mean, it's super hype. I will 100% play Kitana and Melina in Mortal Kombat 11 if she does come. But I just feel like this is just very unlikely, and this could be NRS just trolling the community, because as I said, since the game has been released, in interviews, in panels, in tweets, in videos, in combat casts, in whatever it is, Ed Boon has made sure if he has the chance to troll the Melina community, then he's going to troll them. Yeah, I don't know. Like I always say, we have to just wait for the combat pack to come out and see. But I love covering these. I love following these leaks. So now I know Rain, Rambo, and Melina are pretty much rumored to be in the next combat pack. If any of them come true, cool. If any of them don't, cool. Doesn't matter to me. Um, I think Rambo would be really cool. Rain and Melina, they're MK characters, so they're obviously gonna be cool. But I think Rambo would be really cool. His tools, his design, the way he can play. It's gonna be a little bit similar to Nightwolf, but I feel it's gonna be like, oh, it's gonna be very dope. Let's just hope that all three of these characters are real and we actually get Rain, Rambo, and Melina in the next combat pack, because that'd be fucking awesome. Alright, guys, thanks for tuning into the video. What did you think of all this news? I'm not too sure whether I want to believe the leaks yet. I mean, they would be Rainbow, Rain, and Melina would be very cool characters, but I feel they could be fake. I was really excited when the data mine came out, but people told me that Spawn was already found in the Injustice 2 days and he was already signed a contract in the Injustice 2 days, but only came out now in an MK11. So I'm not too convinced about Rambo. He could be signed now and coming in MK12, or signed now and coming in the next game, which NRS hinted wouldn't be Injustice or Mortal Kombat. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. I would love Rain. I would love Melina. I would definitely compete and play Melina to learn her 100%. But other than that, what do you guys think? What do you think the clues mean? What do you think the next combat pack would be? And if Rain, Melina, and Rambo are true, how do you feel about that? Are you happy? Are you excited? Are you bummed? Do you hate Melina and Rain? I'm not too sure what you feel. Let me know down in the comments. If you liked the video, don't forget to smash that like button, sub to the channel for future lifestyle and gaming content, and I hope you guys have a lovely day. Don't forget to stay safe. Peace.